Hello everyone, welcome to Students Point. This is 22nd of September and we are going to cover 12 important questions along with some additional facts at the end. So pay your attention till the end, and to get PDF of all these videos, you can join us on Telegram by writing the channel's name Students Point. You can also follow us on Instagram by writing the username The Students Point. And if you are finding this video useful, don't forget to like the video and do share the video with your friends and loved ones. Also, don't forget to press the subscribe button and the bell icon to receive the notification at the earliest and never miss any opportunity to learn and grow every day. Now we will see a question and everyone has to try to answer this question in the comment section. The question is, who has authored the book titled Azadi, Freedom, Fascism, Fiction? These are the options. Read the options carefully and then answer. Let's begin now. The first question. INS Virat, which has completed its service, was purchased from which country? So it was purchased from Britain. So here B is the right answer. And INS Virat, which is a aircraft carrier with the longest service in the world, commenced its third final journey from Mumbai to be broken at Alang in Gujarat and sold as scrap. The ship was commissioned into Royal Navy of UK as HMS or Her Majesty's Ship Hermes in 1959. The ship was part of British forces during Falkland War against the Argentinian forces in 1982, and HMS Hermes was decommissioned within 3 years after the war, and Indian Navy announced its purchase in 1985-86. The ship underwent a major refit and modernization. Thereafter, it was commissioned into Indian Navy in 1987 as INS Virat or Indian Naval Ship Virat, which means enormous. And INS Virat proved pivotal in Operation Jupiter, which was launched in 1989 during the Sri Lankan peacekeeping operation. So here you get another question that they may ask you, that the Operation Jupiter was related to. So it was related to peacekeeping in Sri Lanka in 1989. The ship was also deployed during 2001 to 2002 in Operation Parakram following the terror attack on the Indian Parliament. It was decommissioned in 2017. And since 2017, INS Vikramaditya has been operating as a single carrier of the nation, as against minimum essential operational requirement of having 2 carrier battle groups. So since there is requirement for 2 battle groups and India has at present only 1 battle group carrier, that is INS Vikramaditya, India is working on indigenous INS Vikrant, and it is expected that INS Vikrant soon will be inducted into the Indian Navy. And one more thing, I have seen that some of you are fearful and are suggesting to enhance the number of questions. See what happens. I can enhance and increase the number of questions, but that will only waste your time and will take more time in making the video. That will not be useful and worthful. Why? See, I may take questions like, which union territory has recently allotted 1000 plus crore rupees for the development of union territory. Such questions may be taken, but in examinations, can you expect such questions to be asked? No, never. In examinations, they will never ask you such questions. Those questions are only waste of time and will just enhance the length of the video. I only take the most important questions which they will ask in your examinations. That is why every day I only take 10 to 11 questions or 10 questions with some additional facts. And the video length is shorter but very useful. There is no need of increasing the number of questions but without any quality. Even I have seen that वैसे question वाले ही videos ज़्यादा चलते हैं, but still it is not justified from my own part, and my own conscience will never allow to make such videos which will not be worthful for you. Otherwise, there was no necessity for me to read every day the Hindu and the Indian Express by giving 4 to 5 hours daily and then making these notes out of those newspapers and presenting this video for you. It would be useful and easy for me too to make those questions with one liner and just tell the answers and skip the video and just enhance the length of the video. That will not be worthful for your examinations. The series is entirely based on your examination pattern. That is why I take only important questions, but very important questions. So let's move ahead now. Which state government has announced to establish the country's biggest film city? So it has been announced by UP. So here A is the right answer. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath has announced that His government will establish country's biggest film city in Gautam Budh Nagar. Though this proposal for the film city is yet to be prepared, Yamuna Expressway Industrial Authority is in the process of looking for appropriate land for the project. And Film Bandhu, which is a nodal agency of the state government, overlooks the implementation of UP Film Policy 2018. And with several films and web series now being sought in the state, the dedicated film city is likely to bring employment while providing a haven for filmmakers. And you can join our monthly kind of test series. These are the subjects for which we try to cover the questions for each month. The test for each month is organized in the succeeding month from 15th or afterwards, and there are 3 plans for which the test is organized. You can subscribe to either of the 3 plans. The first plan is for 1 month, which costs 79. The second plan is for 3 months, which costs 219, and the third plan is for 6 months, which costs rupees 420. After subscription, you have to send your confirmation at pointstudent2020@gmail.com. And the link for subscription will be provided in the comment section at the top as well as in the description box of the video. Next question now. Who from India has been named by the United Nations to the 2020 cohort of Young Leaders for the Sustainable Development Goals? So it is Udit Singhal who has been nominated by or named by United Nations to the 2020 group of Young Leaders for SDGs. He is an 18-year-old boy. He is the founder of Glass to Sand, a zero waste ecosystem that addresses the growing menace of glass waste in Delhi. Next question now. Consider the following statements about Official Secrets Act. The original version was the Indian Official Secrets Act 1889, which was amended in 1904 during Lord Curzon's tenure. This statement is correct, and it broadly deals with 2 aspects, that is spying or espionage covered under Section 3 and disclosure of other secret information of the government under Section 5. This statement is also correct. So remember these 2 sections. Section 3 is related to spying or espionage, while Section 5 covers the disclosure of secret information of the government. So here both of the statements are correct. C is the right answer. Secret information can be any official code, password, sketch, plan, model, article, note, document or information. And under Section 5, both the person communicating the information and the person receiving the information can be punished. And recently it was in news because Delhi police has arrested Rajiv Sharma, who is a journalist under the Official Secrets Act. The police claimed that he had passed on information such as deployment of Indian troops on the border to Chinese intelligence officers. Next question now. 1776 Commission, an education commission to support patriotic education, has been in news in US. So here B is the right answer. The commission has been proposed by US President Donald Trump to support patriotic education, and this initiative is an apparent counter to the 1619 project. What is it? This 1619 project is a collection of essays on African American history of past 4 centuries, which explores the black community's contribution in nation building since the era of slavery to modern times. And Trump has announced this move at a history conference celebrating the 233rd anniversary of signing of US Constitution on September 17, 1787. Next question now. Consider the following statements about status of HIV AIDS patients in India. Very important question. Pay your attention here. As per the latest HIV estimates report of 2019 of the government, India is estimated to have around 23.4 lakh people living with HIV AIDS in 2019. This statement is correct, and there is an overall decreasing trend in country with estimated annual new HIV infections declining by 37% between 2010-2019. This is also correct. So you have to pay attention that India has witnessed a decreasing trend in last decade. So here both of these statements are correct. So C is the right answer. HIV infection in India is mainly caused by engagement in high risk behaviors such as unprotected heterosexual behavior, unprotected homosexual behavior, and unsafe injecting drug use behavior. And there are no dedicated hospitals for the treatment of HIV/AIDS patients. However, under the National AIDS Control Program of the government, There are 570 anti-retroviral treatment centers as of July 2020, and there are 1264 linked ART centers. And recently, Union Minister of Health and Family Welfare has informed Rajya Sabha about the status of HIV/AIDS patients in India. Next question now. Consider the following statements about Association of World Election Bodies, in short called as AWEB. Let's see. It is the largest association of election management bodies worldwide. This statement is correct. And at present, it has 115 election management bodies as members and 16 regional associations or organizations as associate members. This is also correct. And Election Commission of India is not part of it. No, this is wrong. ECI has played important role in the constitution of this body, so there are no chance that it will not be part of it. So here only first and second statements are correct, so C is the right answer. And ECI has been closely associated with it in its formation since 2011, and ECI has hosted 4th General Assembly of this body on 3rd of September 2019 at Bengaluru and took over as chair of this AWEB for 2019 to 2021 term. It was in news because recently Election Commission of India has organized an international webinar last day on theme Issues, Challenges and Protocols for Conducting Elections During COVID-19, sharing country experiences on its completion of 1 year of chairmanship on Association of World Election Bodies. And this is the first webinar which is being held by India AWEB Center. This India AWEB Center is located in New Delhi. Next question now. Which cricketer is going to set up a cricket academy in Jammu and Kashmir to train aspiring cricketers? So it is Suresh Raina who is going to set up a cricket academy in Jammu and Kashmir. Next question now. But before that, if you have found the video useful till now, do like the video and do share the video with your friends and loved ones. Let's see the question now. International Day of Peace is observed on. So it was observed last day on 21st of September. So here B is the right answer. The theme for this year is Shaping Peace Together. And the International Day of Peace was established in 1981 by the United Nations General Assembly, and 2 decades later, that was in 2001, the General Assembly of United Nations unanimously voted for designation of this day as non-violence or a period of non-violence ceasefire and International Day of Peace. Next question now. Consider the following statements about News Broadcasters Association. Let's see. It presents or represents the private television news and current affairs broadcasters. This statement is correct, and it is a self-regulatory body that probes complaints against electronic media. This statement is also correct. So here again C is the right answer. And we have some other bodies as well which regulates the air contents by the news channels, like Indian Broadcaster Foundation. It looks into the complaints against contents aired by channels. We have another body called as Press Council of India. It is a regulatory body which can warn, admonish or censor the newspaper, the news agency, the editor or the journalist, or disapprove the conduct of editor or the journalist if it finds that a news or news agency has violated journalistic ethics. But it is a norm of every day that journalistic ethics are violated by media personnels and journalists, and it would not be incorrect to say that these bodies have failed to do their job efficiently. And recently it was in news because the News Broadcaster Association has asked Supreme Court to include its ethical code in the Program Code of Cable Television Networks Rules 1994. The ethical code is against airing malicious, biased and regressive content. So in what context NBA has given its recommendations? See, few times back what happens? A plea was filed by few retired officers to stop the telecast of a program called as Bindas Bol on Sudarshan TV. According to this program, Bindas Bol, Muslims are entering and occupying the post of civil services, which was an attempt to give the feeling or to increase hatred towards the minority community and the fellow citizens. So the matter went to Supreme Court. Supreme Court held that the content was prima facie painful or plainly hurtful to the community and asked NBA to suggest measures to strengthen the self-regulatory mechanism to prevent or penalize airing of communal or derogatory content in the electronic media. So you can notice the trends developing in the country. There are attempts being made and discourses are being set to divide the country on religious, caste and other unsecular basis. Next question now. Care for Chandamangalam C4C initiative is related to. So it is related to state of Kerala. So here A is the right answer. It is an initiative to support 2018 Kerala flood affected rivers, and it is recognizable by its Puliyarakara border, which is a thin black line that runs side by side with the saris sleeves, and it has extra weft chutikara and stripes and checks of varying width. This is the border, and it is widely believed that this Chandamangalam was introduced by Palyam family, or weaving in this area was introduced by Palyam family, and Indian government has identified 3 clusters in Kerala, which are Balarampuram, Chandamangalam and Kuttampuli, that have been given geographical indication tag as well. Next question now. Ghar Tak fiber scheme has been launched in, so it has been launched in Bihar. So here B is the right answer. The Prime Minister Modi has launched 9 highway projects and Ghar Tak fiber scheme in Bihar on September 21st, 2020. The project is to be implemented by Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. It will connect 45,495 villages in the state with optical fibers. The scheme ensures digital connectivity under BharatNet program. Now let's see some more points in news. Rajya Sabha members of 12 opposition parties has moved a no confidence resolution against Rajya Sabha deputy chairman over the passage of 2 controversial farm bills by the voice vote. What is voice vote? In voice vote, speaker looks over the group which is saying yes in favor of bill or the group which is saying no, that is against the bill. So after yes and no, speaker looks over the loudness of each side, and based on the speaker's opinion that whichever side was louder, that side is considered to have got the proposal for the bill and in its own favor, and the bill is accordingly considered to be passed or have failed to pass. And what was the resolution? The resolution calls that the deputy chairman has violated all the canons of law, procedure, parliamentary procedures, practices and fair play. The deputy chairman did not allow point of order to be raised and did not allow large number of members of Rajya Sabha from the diverse political parties to even speak against the farm bills. And please note one more fact, that the no confidence motion raised here against deputy chairman is not the no confidence motion, or it is different from the no confidence motion which is raised against the Council of Ministers. The no confidence motion which is raised against the Council of Ministers is specified in Rules 198 of the Rules of Procedure and Conduct of Lok Sabha, which can lead to resignation of Council of Ministers. But in this case, the motion has been raised for the deputy chairman. So I hope you find the video useful. Do like and do share the video, subscribe and press the bell icon. Wait for the upcoming video. Until then, stay safe and thanks for watching.